Yeah, John A. Martin, which is the same as my grandfather, and he was my oldest brother. He went in the war and became the highest rank he held was first lieutenant. He started as second lieutenant and then he became a first lieutenant. And he started fighting in the Owen Stanley Mountains of New Guinea with the Australians against the Japanese. That was really the first big battles of the war.
He was with the United States Army, but they were
the United
fighting
States
with
Army, but the Australians and the Americans were fighting together.
And what year was this?
This was 1942.
And how old is he?
24.
24.
Was he born in 1918?
Mm-hmm.
And how old were you?
In 42, you were 16.
16.
So you were 16 and your brother was 24.
Yeah.
And he was in...
No, he should have been 10 years older than you, so I must have done something wrong.
Well, anyway, doesn't matter.
Okay, so he was in the Army.
He's in the Army.
42. You were 14.
And he
14.
fought through the islands of the Pacific, and a sniper's bullet hit him across the forehead and nearly killed him, put him in the hospital. If it had been about an inch further over, it would have killed him. But he was in the hospital for some time. At that time, he got the Silver Star, which is about 2 under the Congressional Medal of Honor, I think. Mm-hmm. The Navy Cross in the Navy it's a Congressional Medal of Honor, Navy Cross, and then the Silver Star in the Navy. I don't know what it is in the Army. But then he could have waited for an airplane, for a ship to take him back to his men. But when you've been fighting together for years, and you really love each other. In fact, they say they fight more for each other than they do for the government when they've been together that long, because they really, they save each other's lives. They live together, they fight together, and so he caught an airplane ride so he could get back there in time for the invasion of Luzon, and that's when he was killed.
How old was he when he joined the Army?
I guess about 23, 22.
And how long had he been in when he got killed?
I can't remember.
What year did he die?
Let's see, it was I guess it was 44.
When he got killed?
Mm-hmm.
And
so he'd been in there 42, 43, 44. He'd been fighting for about 3 years.
what was the battle that he was killed in?
The invasion of the Philippines.
Okay.
There was about 100,000 American men were killed in that invasion. It was I read later that they said that Douglas MacArthur insisted on doing it, and Roosevelt gave in to him, but it was a mistake. They didn't need to
I
take.
didn't think MacArthur ever made a mistake.
Oh yeah, everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah,
huh?
but he was so good.
Tell Kristen about the letters that he used to write you.
Yeah, we got a letter from him saying that he had been talking to the chaplain about that when the war is over, that we should really forgive the Japanese and the Germans, and we should go in and really treat them with really good. He said it was a big mistake the way we treated the Germans after World War I, where we, took property, a lot of the land away from them, and imposed big reparations on them that they couldn't pay, and really just treat them badly. Well, of course, after World War II, we did. We went in with the Marshall Plan and helped to rebuild Germany and Japan, and that's why they're our friends today.
Yeah.
Whereas after World War I, Germany was hated, England and France. But Germany and Japan both really like us today. They're some of our best allies.
Well, thank you, Grandpa.
But that letter that he wrote, I was reading it the other day, that he said that I've been talking to the chaplain, and I wrote a letter to him about that when the war is over, we really ought to treat the Germans and the Japanese, with kindness and love, like Jesus would. Forgive them what they've done and treat them and help them to rebuild their countries. And